Hi guys. Um Later today I'm gonna do a new like I was thinking of an idea for now because I forgot what I was doing. Sorry guys if it's too glitchy. So I'm gonna do people trying to impress their crushes. Sorry, number one, there's like, whenever I dial one more time, I will. Yay. Did you see that? Okay, so whenever I die, I will. Sorry guys, I'm sorry that I'm not dying. Something's really wrong with my phone. I mean, guys, I'm gonna do 10 guys who failed horribly trying to impress girls.
Since the dawn of man, we've all known one thing to be certain. Men will do anything to impress a woman. And sometimes that didn't work out too well. Here are 10 stories of men who tried to show off the smaller portion of their brain. Number 10. A love-struck 16-year-old plummeted to what should have certainly been his death in an effort to impress a young girl. The boy/man fell 230 feet after jumping over the railing of his apartment in Siberia, which was 23 floors high. But his grip on the railing gave way, and he fell. Emergency workers said he fell on a car, a Renault Logan to be exact, and it cushioned his fall. Apparently, not like in the movies where cars aren't exactly cushions to fall on. Number 9. A young Taiwanese man, appropriately named Ding, tried to impress his model girlfriend by racing a Lamborghini and crashing it. They escaped unharmed, but the car was damaged to the tune of more than $207,000. Then the guy tried to tell the cops his girlfriend was driving. Investigations revealed she was not, and she was not happy about that at all. Hopefully, she dumped him. Number 8. Now this dancer is one fancy dude trying to impress 3 women at once with his awesome nightclub moves. until something moved that he didn't expect. His bowels. He was swooping low when all of a sudden he clutched the back of his cargo shorts and headed for the bathroom. Another fine mess while trying to impress. Number 7. And here's a guy, we all know them, who wants to show how physically tough he is by wrestling bigger and tougher things. In China, a man in his 20s climbed a zoo fence to wrestle Mei Ling, a giant panda, to impress the 2 women with him. But at 260 pounds, Mei Ling grabbed his leg and jumped on him. They rolled in the grass for several minutes before the man managed to get away. I would tend to think many women would be furious at someone trying to wrestle a panda. What a jerk. Number 6. 3 teenage boys in Lynchburg, Virginia, wanted to impress the girls they were with, so they decided to beat up the first person they ran into while walking the streets. 81-year-old George Leroy Baker, who was visiting Lynchburg to attend the wedding of his granddaughter, was taking a leisurely stroll and became their victim. The boys brutally beat and kicked him to death, purely for the sake of impressing the girls they were with. These boys were arrested and tried as adults. One of them got 35 years, another 20 years, and the final one who took part in the senseless beating, a 14-year-old, was sentenced to a juvenile center until he turns 21. All of that to me is certainly not justice. Number 5. Young Brody Lee Smith is quite a ladies' man. Toddler. Brody has figured out at a very young age that women like their men strong, so he's buffing up at the gym where his mom goes to work out. He's actually attempting to gain the affections of a girl by doing so, and is even competing with another young guy to get the girl's attention. Even at this young age, Brody is very much aware of the man's credo, saying, a guy's gotta do what a guy's gotta do. That's my say. Number 4. Last month, Cameron Waugh, 18, was arrested for a drive-by shooting and being under the influence of alcohol in Olympia, Washington. A firefighter called 911 after hearing gunshots near his station. Waugh was quickly caught and gave himself up. Why was he shooting? He told police his female passenger kept telling him to shoot the gun. Perhaps she could have just as well told him to jump off a cliff. Number 3. A Pittsburgh man apparently thought he was Spider-Man when he tried jumping from one rooftop to another to impress a woman he was with. It didn't quite work out, as he misjudged his jump and got stuck between the 2 buildings. Emergency crews used special tools to break through a wall in one of the buildings to rescue him. He complained of an ankle injury, but I'm sure his ego took much more of a painful thumping. Number 2. Hey, us guys are tough when it comes to all those rides at the amusement park, and all the girls know it. Daniel Barron was trying to impress a girl he was with by taking her on the slingshot ride at Six Flags. But it might have been a little too much for him, since he passed out on it 4 times. Reminds me of a roller coaster I was on when I was 13. Yes. But we'll save that one for another day. And finally, number 1. 24-year-old Sophie Patterson of Queensland, Australia, was having drinks with an 18-year-old man named Lee in the early morning hours when she suddenly dared him to jump into the crocodile-infested river near them. Well, of course, Lee did it. And he was immediately attacked by a croc that sunk its teeth into one of his arms and tried to get him into a death roll. Fortunately, Lee was able to punch the croc in the face, and it released him. He was rushed to the hospital, and doctors were able to save his arm. As for Sophie, his date, she said she wasn't impressed by Lee's antics and added that he was too young for her and there was no chemistry between them. Lady, you dared him to jump in with the crocs, and he did! Women, please, don't dare us men to do things. We might just be stupid enough to take you up on it. That's all for today. Let us know what you think about the stories in the comment section below. Don't forget to like us and be sure to subscribe for more stories
Okay,
like
so
this.
bye, guys.
Addicted. Do the good.